The stage is set for one of college football's most anticipated Week 1 matchups, and the storylines are absolutely electric. When Alabama takes on Florida State at Doak Campbell Stadium this weekend, we're looking at a clash between two programs with completely new identities on both sides of the ball. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We're bringing you all the latest Alabama football coverage, live every morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, and you won't want to miss any of the action as this season unfolds. The biggest question mark heading into Saturday revolves around Alabama's offensive evolution under new coordinator Ryan Grubb, who's tasked with maximizing the potential of quarterback Ty Simpson and what might be the most explosive receiving corps in college football. Florida State head coach Mike Norvell didn't mince words when describing the challenge his defense faces, emphasizing that Alabama's vertical passing attack will test every aspect of their secondary. Norvell specifically highlighted Alabama's experienced offensive line, calling them big, strong, and powerful, while noting how the Crimson Tide utilizes their tight ends to create different surface movements and window dressing to establish their downfield attack. Speaking of that receiving corps, all eyes will be on Ryan Williams, the dynamic playmaker who's expected to be a focal point of Grubb's offensive scheme. The question isn't whether Williams will make an impact, but rather how Grubb plans to deploy him. Will he primarily line up in the slot, or will we see him utilized all over the formation? Joining Williams are Isaiah Horton, the 6'4" transfer from Miami, and Jerry Bernard, who many consider one of the country's most underrated receivers. This trio should create massive matchup problems for any defense, but Florida State's Tony White will have his own plans to counter Alabama's aerial assault. The injury report brings some concern for Alabama fans, as Jaden Roberts remains in concussion protocol with his status for Saturday still uncertain. However, the depth chart provides some reassurance with Geno Vandemark and Cam Dewberry, both capable of stepping in at the guard position. Coach Kalen DeBoer's morning update confirmed that while Roberts' availability remains questionable, the team feels confident in their backup options. Alabama's tight end situation remains one of the most intriguing position battles to watch. The Crimson Tide brought in 2 transfers through the portal, though details about their progress during fall camp have been limited. Veterans Josh Cuevas and Danny Lewis will compete with freshmen Caleb Edwards and Marshall Pritchett for opportunities particularly in red zone situations where Edwards' 6'5", 265-pound frame could prove valuable. Norvell's comments about Alabama's tight end utilization suggest this group could play a bigger role than many expect. On the Florida State side, the Seminoles are banking on their own playmakers to keep pace with Alabama's offensive firepower. Squirrel White, the veteran transfer from Tennessee, is expected to play despite dealing with a minor injury that limited his practice time last week. Norvell expressed full confidence in White's readiness, noting his strong performance in their second scrimmage where he scored a long touchdown. White brings both downfield speed and veteran experience, having actually scored against Alabama in a previous matchup a couple of seasons ago. Joining White in the receiving corps is Deuce Robinson, the 6'6" transfer from USC, who brings a different skill set as more of a possession receiver with red zone capabilities. Robinson's size advantage could create interesting matchup problems, especially when Florida State moves him into slot formations where his frame becomes even more valuable against smaller defensive backs. The quarterback battle features 2 signal callers looking to prove themselves on college football's biggest stage. For Alabama, Ty Simpson finally gets his opportunity to show he can consistently challenge defenses vertically, something we haven't seen extensively during his time in Tuscaloosa. The weapons are certainly there for Simpson to succeed, but execution will be everything against a Florida State defense that's had all fall camp to prepare for this exact challenge. Tommy Castellanos brings his own dynamics to the Florida State offensive attack, and his confidence has been evident throughout fall camp and in recent interviews. Norvell praised Castellanos' ownership of the offense, noting improvements in his decision-making, protection calls, and overall command of the system. However, Castellanos' career statistics reveal both his playmaking ability and his risk-taking nature. With 33 career touchdowns balanced against 28 interceptions, his performance could swing this game in either direction. The coaching matchup adds another fascinating layer to Saturday's contest, with both teams featuring new coordinators on their respective sides of the ball. Ryan Grubb brings his offensive philosophy to Alabama, while Tony White installs his defensive system at Florida State. Norvell emphasized how beneficial it's been having these coordinators work against each other throughout fall camp, creating a competitive environment that should pay dividends when the real games begin. This Week 1 showdown represents more than just a single game. It's a statement opportunity for both programs. Alabama enters with championship expectations and a new offensive identity to establish, while Florida State looks to prove they belong in conversations about college football's elite programs. The talent level on both sides ensures we'll see explosive plays, but the team that executes most consistently in crucial moments will likely emerge victorious. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, because we'll have all the post-game analysis, player reactions, and breaking news as this Alabama season continues to unfold. Drop a Roll Tide in the comments below and let us know your predictions for Saturday's big game. We want to hear from you as we cover every angle of Crimson Tide football.